Boo.
Hello. I was enjoying watching Zeta's 24-hour stream and him dancing with Zach. Enjoying the dancing. I hope some of you managed to catch that. We're gonna get a redirect from him soon. Should be fun. We should have some people in here, which will be interesting. I'm not sure which I want to start with. We have played a bit of everyone. I guess the Ironclad is sort of the... maybe we haven't played as much of the Watcher or the Defect. I think the Watcher is probably my favorite class, so let's go ahead and select that just to have some fun today. Alright. Let's think here. So we have to choose one of these options to start. I do like pure water, but it's not the best starting. I mean, obviously a random boss relic that has plus energy is just strictly better than pure water. Well, not strictly better. It has a downside, of course, but it can be pretty good. Remove 2 cards isn't too bad, especially if we can get some good cards early on here. And Watcher is pretty good with combo stuff. So we might actually maybe remove 2 cards is the way to go here. Let's go for that actually. So let's remove some defense. Early on Watcher we can go for Eruption, Strike, sort of bursting down. Hello, hello. Welcome to everyone who just joined from Zeta's stream. Hope you had a good 24-hour stream. I was watching a little bit of it. It was quite enjoyable to watch. Welcome, David. David, you are awesome. I can't believe you donated that much money to Zeta. That is so nice. Zeta and Tristan, such nice people, and they definitely deserve to have a lovely home. And so we're playing Slay the Spire. If you've never played Slay the Spire, it's a card game. You build a deck throughout, and then you go up this spire of enemies. You're fighting these monsters and going to shops with lovely store keeps. But we're gonna try to build, I think, some kind of combo deck because we gotta remove 2 early on with this first reward or whatever starting thing. So I think we might try to take these 3 elites on the right side, this campfire and sort of some out paths, give us some optionality there. And there's, I guess we have to do shop or campfire here. I was gonna say there's a shop, but it's really shop or campfire there. So yeah, I guess we could try this. Not a bad idea. So we're gonna try to probably burst these first enemies down. Let's just block in on this one. We'll be able to go into Eruption and then get some energy. So when you exit the Calm stance, then we get some energy, and when we are in the Wrath stance, we deal double damage and we receive double damage. So we're gonna go into the Wrath stance, get two energy back, and be able to triple strike and lethal him. So you can sort of see how the game works. You have these energies and spend cards to use them. Of course, it's a Watcher run. Yeah, I like Watcher, and it was the choice between any of them, so I'll choose Watcher. Meditate is not a bad card for sure. Tranquility also a pretty decent card, although I can't remember what it is called, but the Wrath form of Tranquility is certainly better considering like Rushdown and stuff like that. So let's think here. I think probably go with Meditate, although we are ignoring the Sash Whip here. which could be decent in our deck, but I think Meditate might be better, because if we're going for like a combo soda deck, then getting the pieces into our hand and retaining them is a decent choice here for sure. We're definitely going this way. Oh, this is very nice. We get to remove yet another card. It's a little bit risky here to remove another defend. But we could play on the edge here. I'm a little bit too scared to do that, honestly. It's a little bit too risky for me. Let's just remove the strike for now. Alrighty. I think we're gonna go Vigilance, Miracle, Eruption, and double strike here. I think we might be close to lethal, and then we're definitely gonna draw a strike, which means we will have lethal next turn, so almost misplayed there. Misplay the card. Let's go ahead and do that. This will deal double damage, so we can kill that boy, and then we will have 12 damage exactly next turn. I didn't even count, but it's exact lethal. Oh, wait, we don't have 12 damage. Okay, we do. I forgot about the weakened. Weakened means that your attacks deal 25% less damage, so we might have been a little bit inconvenienced there if I hadn't drawn those 2 strikes. But I think it might have been guaranteed that we would have drawn an attack. Yeah, there's just enough defense that we could have drawn a defend. I think Empty Body is good here because we might need a little bit more blocking than these 3 cards, and Empty Body is obviously really good to exit Wrath when you want to and such. I would really like to upgrade Eruption at some point here, but the Campfire might be... Oh, Bonfire Spirits this early. That is quite interesting. I think we'll go ahead and toss a defend. We're not going to get anything for it, but I think it's probably right. I think these 3 blocks are just enough. Sometimes when you give Bonfire Spirits better things than defend, then they respond with giving you rewards, but in this case, of course, they don't. Because why would they reward you for giving up nothing, really? We can Meditate next turn, so let's try the Vigilance Eruption thing again. Actually, we don't need a Vigilance because he's not doing any damage, so we're just gonna Eruption, double strike with a Miracle. Giving them curses, then you get the Spirit Poop, which is -1 point at the end of the game. Which clearly matters. Okay, so we weren't guaranteed to draw the attacks last time, I guess, because we could have done this. So let's go ahead and strike, and then we will Vigilance. He's gonna reduce... So Wrath means that you... Oh, well, it's gone now. Wrath means that you deal twice as much damage and you take twice as much damage. So he was dealing 12 because we were in Wrath, but now we're in Calm, so he's dealing 6 damage instead. Which we can block in, of course. Meditate wasn't so good there because there was nothing in our discard pile. Yes, we had 2 removes at the beginning of the game, which was why we have such a compact deck. Hopefully we can build up something really nice. As I was saying, I like Crescendo quite a bit more than Tranquility because of certain things, like Rushdown, for example, is certainly very good with Crescendo. It turns this into Enter Wrath, draw 2 cards. Other things, I suppose, like Water is similar with Tranquility, but it's different because Rushdown is a power, so it's just consistent, a little bit more consistent. So I do like Crescendo for that reason. Also, just like having the Crescendo so that when you have the damage in your hand, you can go into Wrath and then end the game right away is very, very good. So we have a small enough deck that we can just sort of wait here until we have the right stuff. We're gonna go ahead and Meditate here just to enter Calm. So this guy, this Lagavulin here, is sleeping until we wake him. This is a little bit... I'm not sure if I want to wake him with this exact hand. I would rather have an eruption in hand here. Although we could crescendo. I would rather have like a guaranteed good empty next turn when we go into Wrath and awaken him. But this might be just good enough. I think I'm gonna actually go ahead and drink the Blessing of Forge to just upgrade, because this is a pretty decently sized hand. But I don't think I'm gonna go into Wrath. I think I'm gonna wait one more turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna wait one more turn. Feel free to make suggestions if you think that what I'm doing is wrong and you have a better idea. We're going to meditate back our eruption here. And do remember to like the stream if you have not yet. I think we can go ahead and eruption and strike, and then we can meditate or empty body if we prefer. Actually, empty body seems better here. So let's go ahead and do that, and then empty body will exit our stance, so we'll exit Wrath. Exit Wrath and gain 10 block. And then we can block in almost all the damage. We could Vigilance instead of Empty Body. We could Vigilance and Defend instead of Empty Body with the Miracle, although that is a little bit... Actually, let's just Vigilance. It will give us energy next time we exit Calm, so that's a benefit, and we're only taking 8 damage. I don't think that's too much of an issue. We could maybe think about resting next, but I think I want to upgrade the Eruption next. Okay, so this is 9, 18, 12, so 21 with these two plus the, so 30, 39, so that's not quite lethal, but we could go into Eruption and then go into Calm afterwards with either of these. I think we'll do sort of the same turn as last turn, and then we'll Miracle, Vigilance, and meditate back our Eruption to guarantee lethal next turn. We're taking another 8 damage, which is not ideal, but we didn't have any other block here, so that's why we're doing that. I would have blocked in a little bit more if we could have. This is a very good relic, so it says that if you end your turn without block, then you gain 6 block. So if we're attacking, we're probably going to end our turn without block, especially if we're using, like, Meditate, for example. Let's see here. Wreath of Flames can be pretty decent. It's kind of like a Akabeko if you know that relic. Halt is actually quite good, and Carve Reality gives a good smite in your hand. That's a pretty decent card to have in your hand. Carve Reality is... we definitely need a good attack here. Our deck is lacking a good attack, so I think Carve Reality is probably the card that we need for this deck specifically. Although in general, I would think Halt is maybe a slight bit better for Wrath decks than Carve Reality, but Carve Reality is certainly the thing that we need right now. I think we don't have enough money that the shop is more than the upgrade here. We could also think about resting, but I think we will be fine. So we're going to upgrade the Eruption just to be able to play it a little bit more consistently. This is very nice. The question is, do we take the 21 points of HP, or do we take an extra 5 points of HP? on top of an extra 5 points in total. And I think actually with the Burning Elite coming up, and we probably want to take this other Elite, I think we're actually going to take the 21 instead. Usually I take the 5, but I think in this case... Oh, Shuriken is very good. Getting some strength in there, especially with Wrath. Wrath doubling the damage. Strength, every single strength you get is basically 2 strength when you're in Wrath, so... Strength is quite good in Watcher. There's not a lot of access to strength in Watcher. Oh, this is a bit risky. So the issue with trying to look for loot here is sometimes you come across the monster that returns is always an elite. So one of these scary looking dudes on here. But the issue is sometimes you find that the monster is the Lagavulin, which we just faced, but it's not asleep, it's awake already, which is a lot more scary than the asleep one. And that makes this fight usually, or this choice, a pretty easy one, and I think I'm gonna leave, because Lagavulin waking up is not cool. Okay, this is a good hand. We can go ahead and I think Eruption, Carve, Meditate. We could think about miracling a strike as well. We're gonna get 6 block from Orichalco? You always go hard in that event. I think I'm biased from earlier on in the game. What am I trying to say? Like earlier on, when the game wasn't as updated, you would always face Lagavulin in that. It would always be the awake Lagavulin. So I was always like, nope, leaving, I'm leaving. But it's changed now so that you could face any elite. I think that was pretty early on that they changed that, but I think it's worth doing the miracle for the extra strike because of the Shuriken trigger. Every time you play 3 attacks in a single turn, gain 1 strength. We're gonna target one of these outside dudes because they do the whole switching thing. So this guy's attacking, then these 2 guys are attacking. So we want to clear these guys out as soon as we can. We're only gonna take 4 damage because of the extra damage we get from this. We're not gonna. We could smite here actually. I think I'd rather take the 12 damage right now than the 24. We can always meditate back our eruption. We do have an empty body in here, so yeah, I think that's a decent plan. We don't have the energy to sort of meditate back the Carve Reality, otherwise I would have done that. Because it is certainly a little bit more damage, because we're going to draw Crescendo, so we could play that anyways. This is where we kind of want the 0 energy Crescendo, which is the upgraded one, but instead we'll have to go with the... So we're going to get 2 energy when we exit Calm, when we go into Eruption, which means that we can exit Calm, get 4 energy here when we spend the 1, and then we can play 4 things. So we'll play the Smite, these 2 strikes, and the Empty Body. Oh wait, sorry. Yeah, that'll work. The Smite will probably end up going over here, because that will be 20... Wait, that's... Oh, we have the Strength. Okay, that's the same thing anyway. I think it's still going to be... Actually, I think this is the least wasted damage, now that I think about it. Yeah, I think that's right. So, if we did this on the 20 health, then we would be wasting 6 damage. If we did double this on the 20 health, we'd be wasting, like, double strike on there. We'd be wasting 8 damage. But if we do the what is it even called? Eruption on the 20 damage, then we can just waste 4 damage instead of the 8 or 6. And we can deal some extra damage here. go up to empty body, and then we'll take 3 damage, but again, it's worth the price of lowering this guy so much. We maybe should have lowered this guy instead so that we could go into Wrath and kill him right now, but we don't have the damage to do that. Oh, we could have actually if we had have thought about it ahead of time. So it was probably correct to actually target this guy instead of this guy last turn, but I wasn't exactly thinking about the next turn. We're gonna take... Oh, I shouldn't have actually blocked in there because I would have gotten 6 block instead of 5 block. That was a little mistake. So let's just take our time and then not make these silly mistakes here. We can just do that. I mean, whatever. Just wait. Wait for our actual cards here instead of our dazed. Yeah, classic Auric moment there. So we're gonna Eruption, Carve Reality, and Smite. I would have done the, what's it called, first, the Vigilance first, if I didn't know that we had lethal, so. We have lethal, so let's just do it. Collect isn't a terrible card, sometimes. Although, Tranquility can certainly be helpful for those Wrath moments where you're like, oh, I'm in Wrath, why am I in Wrath? We got Gremlin Horn, which is awesome. Also, this little key that we got here from beating the Burning Elite is useful for getting to the extra end. So there's an end to the game, but then there's an extra end where you get to face the Heart and Heart's little minions, and we need all 3 keys, which requires sacrificing certain things throughout the run to get, and we definitely want to beat the Heart if we can. It just makes us a little bit more accomplished, I guess. Tranquility and Crescendo both have Exhaust, which is removed until end of combat, so you can only use it once, and they also have Retain, which means it doesn't discard at the end of your turn, so it's kind of like a card that you're not actually putting into your deck. You're only getting it once, and it's only coming around the first shuffle, so they're pretty good cards for that purpose, to keep your deck small, but also add benefit to it. This is awesome here. The shop here is perfect. I wish I could take Ice Cream, but unfortunately we don't have the money for taking Ice Cream. If I'm a Frozen Eye apologist, Frozen Eye is okay in some decks. There are certain decks, like with especially like Havoc, for example, which plays the top card of your deck and exhausts it, which makes Frozen Eye very good. But other than that, or like certain things where you have lots of draw, but you're not sure when you should use it, like Energy Draw, that's also, of course, very good. So Talk to the Hand is a very, very good card. So it basically gives an enemy a permanent debuff that says whenever you attack this enemy, gain 2 block, which is really great if you have a lot of attacks. We have Shuriken, so we're incentivized to pick up another card which is called Flurry of Blows. We also have a stance changing deck, so Flurry of Blows work very well with that. And Talk to the Hand and Flurry of Blows are like best friends. So we're going to take Talk to the Hand right now, just so that we can hopefully get Flurry of Blows later. Judgment, also a pretty good card, but unfortunately we can't take it right now. Battle Hymn isn't terrible here, to be honest. Although I think Card Removal Service is slightly better than Battle Hymn here. Just removing another card from our deck because we're already pretty clean in our deck. Oh, whoopsie, I did not mean to put that one. Oh, you mean like as a fun thing? I don't know, I mean, Frozen Eye... Knowing what's going to come into your hand, if you don't let it ruin your fun, you don't have to let it ruin your fun, sort of thing, I guess is my opinion on it. We're gonna get rid of this Defend because we have Talk to the Hand, we have Vigilance, we have Empty Body, so we have some block here. Not a whole lot of block, but we have enough block, maybe. And Talk to the Hand will become a lot of block eventually. We can pick up some more blocks. Watcher has some pretty good blocks. We're not going to take an extra Tranquility here, even though it looks tempting, because Tranquility, again, is quite a bit worse than Crescendo, just in general, I think. At least my opinion. Yeah, that's true. I hadn't thought about that, actually. But Crescendo and Tranquility make the stance changing a little bit easier, I think. Talk to the hand, let's apply that right away. So I think we're gonna wait here before we wake him. And we have two attacks here, which is not good enough. We want to go into Wrath before we start attacking here. And we want to play Carve Reality pretty much as many times as possible before waking him. Again, we have the same Lagavulin who sleeps for a couple turns. Yeah, true. We're going to go ahead and meditate here to just put ourselves into calm. We don't really need to do anything that turn, so... Alright, we didn't draw our Eruption, which is a bit unfortunate, because Eruption Carve Reality Strike would have been a decent play here. But I think maybe we'll go ahead and Carve Reality to just get the Smite into our hands, and then hopefully draw some attacks next turn so we can Eruption and Smite and all that. We're not going to get rid of our Crescendo right away, also, is the thing. So let's just chill here, I think. We could even apply some Vulnerable right away, but I think we might save that for the Hexaghost instead. Actually, we are going to have some trouble with the Hexaghost because the first attack that the Hexaghost does is dependent on how much health you have, and we have quite a bit of health right now. And we don't have very much block at all, so we might have some trouble with that. We might go down pretty low in that first attack. So picking up some block in these next two rooms might be a good idea, or upgrading block is probably a good idea as well. Yeah, so we're going to go ahead and Eruption here. He's going to wake up next turn anyway, so might as well. We're going to Carve Reality and use the Smite this turn. And either we're gonna draw Vigilance next turn, so we could go ahead and just double strike this turn to get an extra strength in and to lower him as much as possible. I think that's maybe the best way to do this. I'm not sure if that was like... I think it's probably okay, actually. Okay, so we draw lethal, so it obviously was okay, but that was a pretty commanding fight, I have to say. So those two upgrades were, I mean, the Whetstone isn't the best thing in the world, but it's pretty good in terms of right now we want to upgrade our cards and getting two upgrades. It would have been nice to upgrade Talk to the Hand, because that's certainly something I wanted to upgrade, and it's an attack, which this says upgrade 2 random attacks. It would have been nice to get the Talk to the Hand upgraded, but it's okay. In fact, given the fact that we had the Whetstone there, the order might have been better to take the Talk to the Hand before taking the Whetstone. So I think I messed up the order a little bit there, but it would have sort of doubled the odds of getting the Talk to the Hand upgraded. We're not going to take Doubt here because, again, we might struggle a little bit with Hexaghost, so... and we're not even sure if there's going to be a shop anytime soon, and this guy is kind of shady anyway, so let's just leave with our dignity. Alright, let's see here. I think... So normally here I would upgrade one of these two to get it at 0 cost to make it a little bit more flexible to play. Although going into the Hexaghost, I know that we need some more blocking. This would be the first block card that I would like to play. Talk to the Hand is not going to be the block that we need here. We need to block like in the second turn. So Vigilance, I think, is probably the upgrade. I mean, it's 4 block versus this 3 block upgrade. So I think Vigilance is the play. It is 2 energy, but, you know, it does get us back some energy when we exit comm. So this is a pretty good opening hand. We're going to go ahead and... we know we're going to get an exit here. Is there... There is actually... No, there isn't. 5 cards without an exit. Tranquility, Vigilance, and Empty Body are enough to make sure that we get an exit next turn. An exit from Wrath, of course. So we're going to go into Wrath... Actually, wait. We should apply Vulnerable first and foremost. Then we're going to go into Wrath. We're going to talk to the hand. We're going to Smite and strike, I think. I think it's probably worth striking right now. Smite we'll keep for the next time we go into Wrath. We're not drawing a lot right now, so we're not gonna like overdraw with this retain, so it doesn't really matter if we keep it in our hand or not. We get a nice shuriken trigger there. Well, that's pretty scary. So he's dealing 5 damage 6 times. We have Vigilance, which we upgraded, which is awesome. I think we're going to go ahead and Vigilance and talk to the hand, so we should probably talk to the hand first because it does double damage. Get a little bit of block from the talk to the hand from before. We're still taking damage here, so he's dealing 5 times 6 is 30 damage, so he's dealing 16 damage to us, which is a lot, but not a big chunk of our health. So we're still fine. Did anyone stay throughout the entire 24-hour stream of Zetas? This is not exactly the hand I want when he's dealing 6 damage when the Lost Vulnerable's up. I would much rather have some more attacks. These attacks will be probably useful next turn, but still. We might as well go ahead and strike. I'm gonna Empty Body for the block and then meditate back the strike. My cat is... You managed to catch every segment of it somehow. Wow, that's dedication. We're gonna meditate back either the strike or the empty. I mean, if we meditate back the empty, we're guaranteed to empty Wrath that turn, which is probably... This is probably the safe play. This is the I want to kill someone play. We're gonna Empty Body so we guarantee we have an exit next turn. I mean, we have the Tranquility, but... But still. Okay, so we're gonna go into Eruption here, getting the 2 energy from leaving Calm, and then play as many attacks as we can. He's dealing quite a bit of damage. 6 times 2 will be what he is when we're done here. So we have 4. We're gonna get quite a bit from Talk to the Hand, so we shouldn't worry too much, honestly. I don't think it's quite time to Smite. I think we can hold those off until a little bit later. We have 2 attacks in hand, so we might as well play them. We're gonna get enough that we can just Empty Body instead of Vigilance. And we can probably go ahead and Meditate next turn or something for the extra energy. Yeah, the whole 24 hours will be a hard thing to do, but... do we have lethal here? So this is 28. 28 times 2 is 56. 56 plus 22 is not quite 90. No, it's only 78. So we're gonna... What are we gonna do? Thinking maybe... I think I'm just gonna go Vigilance and Strike here, and then chill. Next turn, we probably will have lethal. And he's not even attacking, so we can go ahead and go into Wrath without any penalism from him, and just go ahead and kill him. Woohoo! So that was a pretty easy fight after we got through the first attack. So Vault is a very good card. Omniscience is also a very good card. Brilliance does not look great in our deck right now. I think Vault is probably the most congruent thing in our deck. I like the word congruent for some reason. I've said that multiple times on stream. Omniscience, we don't have energy to play that. I mean, we do have the Miracle, of course, but we don't have energy to play that right now all the time. Doubling up Talk to the Hand is certainly good in a longer fight, but I do feel like Vault is preferred here for this deck specifically. If you're in Wrath, you can Vault, and then next turn you'll have some attacks, hopefully, and it exits. So I think Vault is very good in Watcher. I mean, it's a Watcher card, but yeah, it is good in Watcher, for sure. Philosopher's Stone looking good here. Violet Lotus also looking pretty good. Sacred Bark not looking good at all. I mean, we have this potion right now, which has no effect from Sacred Bark. Double the effectiveness of potions. Double leave. Excuse me. Philosopher's Stone gains us an energy at the start of our turn. All enemies start with strength. Still, it's pretty good. I mean, all enemies start with strength. If we have the extra energy to finish them off, then it's good. We don't have very much draw, which means that we can't necessarily finish them off, but we do have a small deck, so it's also, yeah. I mean, without the, if we exhaust the things that are exhausted, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, we really only have an 8-card deck once you exhaust the things. We do have quite a bit of Calm here, and a decent amount of Emptying, so Violet Lotus probably gets us at least 1 energy per turn, I'm guessing. So instead of 2 energy, you get 3 energy when you exit Calm. I think this will probably get us at least 1 energy per turn, if not many more. So I think I'm going to go for Violet Lotus over the Philosopher's Stone here. Alright, we're incentivized to take elites because we have a good deck. I always want to take elites in a way such that I have outs if I need to. So something like this path is not ideal because, I mean, it is like either path leads to an elite. Although there is this campfire here, so if we're in trouble, we can rest. So that there's 2 outs. There's branching paths, which allow you to escape elites if you need to, and there's campfires, which allow you to rest. So those are the 2 sort of outs that I'm looking for when I'm looking at elite pathing. So we have 3 elites maximum, so we can only hit 3 elites because of the parallel pathing of most of these paths. So we have 3 elites in this path, which looks like a decent path. I mean, if we're struggling by this point, this path still doesn't look very friendly. This one looks a bit more friendly because of the question marks around the elite, particularly. Especially even here, that looks a bit more friendly. We could take a double campfire and get some upgrades, but I would like to hit a shop later on, but unfortunately the only shops we have are this one, which dodges this elite, which we do want to take 3 elites, or these shops, which are a little bit too early. I mean, not... I guess we could probably take this shop and then this elite and this path. This path isn't terrible, so I think maybe we'll actually do that. Like a $200-ish, 220 maybe after these 2 fights, is quite a bit for a shop. Not the perfect amount, but I'd rather like $250 to buy a good relic if I can in a shop. But we're gonna probably take that path anyway. Just because I want to hit a shop to... I want to pick up a flurry of blows, so seeing a bunch of cards is very useful here. Okay. These boys here. Well, good thing we didn't pick up Philosopher's Stone, otherwise these guys would have all an extra strength and deal a lot more damage. We can Eruption, Carve Reality. We could even Tranquility, Eruption, Carve Reality to play the Vigilance afterwards to get some more block. 12 block is enough to block in both of these guys, so I'd rather play the Vigilance than the Empty Body. And if we can get away with... I mean, is Tranquility better than Miracle is the real question. I guess it is better than Miracle, isn't it? So it's only gaining us 1 energy here, so Miracle, we should just spend the Miracle instead if we're going to do that play. So let's go ahead and hit this guy. I guess the other play would be we could hit this guy 3 times, knocking him down, and then block him with Empty Body instead. It's the same amount of energy, but then we don't go into Calm, so we don't get an extra energy when we exit Calm. So I think it's slightly better here to go into Vigilance, but only by a little bit. I could see both paths, really. Knocking one of these birds down is certainly useful. When you hit them with 3 attacks, then, or when you deal attack damage to them 3 times, then oh yeah, Gremlin Horn is very good here. I forgot we had Gremlin Horn. But yeah, Gremlin Horn is awesome here. So I think we're actually going to use the Crescendo here, and maybe the Meditate. So we're gonna go ahead and talk to the hand this way. We're gonna deal some damage to him, killing him, getting us an extra energy, and allowing us to kill this guy as well, and meditate, which was a pretty good turn if you ask me. We'll go ahead and pull the Eruption out. Gremlin Horn definitely shining there. Alright, let's see here. We can go into Eruption and probably just end this combat. The extra energy from Violet Lotus is certainly helping a lot here. Tantrum is perfect. We definitely want another Wrath in this deck, and Tantrum is, I want to say, the best Wrath in the game. I'm not wrong in saying that. We're going to take 2 fights before the shop because we want a little bit more money going into the shop. Somehow if this guy could drop like $50, that would be nice. I don't think he will, but if he could, that would be very kind of him. We're going to go ahead and talk to the hand, Tantrum, and meditate. Talk to the hand is whenever... Oh, wait. Is talk to the hand whenever you deal attack damage? Or is it whenever you attack? It says when you attack, but I thought it was when you deal attack damage. I guess we can always Vigilance if we need to. Let's do some science here. Okay, it is whenever you deal attack damage, or... Oh, it's not whenever you deal attack damage, it's whenever you attack them, and it says hit them 3 times, like, deal damage 3 times, so this is attacking 3 times. There are certain wordings of cards that are a little bit odd, like when you attack versus when you deal attack damage versus when you play an attack card on an enemy. So there's some oddities with how these things are worded. We're still not blocking in fully by doing that, so we're going to go ahead and spend the Miracle to Vigilance. I don't think we'll need the Miracle. We weren't meditating anything back because there was nothing in our discard. We exhausted the Talk to the Hand and we shuffled the Tantrum back into our deck. so there was nothing in our discard, which made meditating a little bit worse for sure. Okay, so we don't have our eruption here, and I would really like our eruption here, so we're gonna go ahead and crescendo instead. This fight shouldn't last very long, so it shouldn't matter all too much. Go ahead and play all these attacks here, maybe even kill him. Yes, we do kill him. Nice. Well, it's either Empty Mind or Indignation. Indignation, I feel like we don't need a third Wrath right now, and if we did pick up a third Wrath, I'd like it to be a Tantrum or a Crescendo. I think Empty Mind is a very good card. Especially in this deck. It can be a little bit... So in this deck, we don't have the Flurry of Blows. It can be a little bit difficult when you have the Flurry of Blows. Empty Mind can be. But especially with the Violet Lotus, I think Empty Mind is really good. Getting some extra energy and getting the extra draw as well is certainly worth it. So we only got like $10 from that fight, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't think we wanted any of these anyway. Oh, we have a Rush Down here, which is very good. We also have a Bandage, which is a decent card. You know I like my bandages. Deus Ex Machina, decent card as well. Wallop works pretty decently with Shuriken, although I don't know if we actually do have the energy to be playing the Wallop. I think Rushdown is for sure our pick here. We've seen 2 Wallops that have been on sale. He's just trying to get rid of this Wallop, like, he really wants to get rid of this Wallop. Well, it's either... Inner Peace isn't bad, Bandage Up isn't bad, and certainly Remove is not a bad play either. Removing a strike from our deck isn't a terrible idea. A little bit more consistency for sure when we remove the strike. Although maybe Inner Peace is better because we have the Lotus Flower. I can definitely believe that, and extra draw is of course really good. Especially when we, I mean Rushdown is extra draw, but if we get the Flurry of Blows, extra draw to get to the Flurry of Blows is certainly good. Or shuffling the discard when we want to is also good. Not Flurry of Blows. If there was a Flurry of Blows, I would have for sure taken it. I think Inner Peace might be one of the best cards we could take there. I would really like to take this after, or before we take a shop, but I don't think we want just a random relic for Shame. Unfortunately, $85 is, I think, a relic. So we would have liked to take that, but too bad. What kind of beggar says $85 or nothing? Bites. I mean, Bite isn't a terrible card. Although our max HP is already pretty low. 65 is very low. And we don't have anything to raise it. Although bites are pretty decent. I think our deck is clean enough that we should not take the bites, just because that would dirty our deck a little bit. In terms of, it would add 2 more cards that we... I mean, strikes are bad, right? So this extra bite thing, not... I don't know. What do you guys think? I want opinions from the crowd. It's pretty close here, I think, to saying yes. These guys look very friendly, very convincing. Looks like they have a good thing going on. Okay, I guess there's no opinions from the audience on this one. I don't think... I mean, it seems decent, but I don't know. So I would take this a lot more often before for some reason. I'm not sure why. So now we have a choice, which... we have 3 strikes left. I used to take that more often because I liked the idea of not healing, but I think it might be worse. I think this path is slightly better because the out has a shop and 2 enemies, which means we could probably buy something at the shop. And this direction has probably 2 upgrades in it, whereas this direction doesn't have, or only has 1 upgrade potential rest in it. This has a lot more enemies along with the elite, which gives a better chance of dying and less incentive to me, at least. I think some people might think that taking extra combats is like a good thing, but combats give you a lot less benefit than elites, so this is a hard upgrade. There's certainly a lot of things we want to upgrade. We want to upgrade both the Crescendo and the Tranquility. We want to upgrade the Rushdown. We want to upgrade the Empty Mind, the Tantrum, the Vault, the Talk to the Hands. The Inner Peace wouldn't be bad to upgrade. Like, there's a lot of things I want to upgrade here. Like, most of my deck I want to upgrade. I think the Rushdown, just getting that out, is certainly worth upgrading. Talk to the Hand is also good because, like, we could use the extra block. I think I'm going to go with Rushdown. Maybe Talk to the Hand is the next upgrade. This shouldn't be too bad of a fight. He doesn't have very much health in comparison to some of the other elites. I mean, compared to basically just the 210 that the book of Stabbing has, basically, is what I'm thinking of. I guess the bandits have less health overall. Yeah, I think they have like 50, 35 or something like that. So maybe I'm wrong. This is a little spooky. I think the fat gremlin needs to die for sure, but I don't really want to. Well, I can kill him this turn with these 2, but I don't really want to waste my Talk to the Hand on him. I would rather play my Talk to the Hand on the gremlin leader. So I don't think I'm gonna kill him this turn. And not gaining any block from Talk to the Hand is actually a good thing here because of this. We're gonna go ahead and meditate here, I think, for the eruption. We'll take a little bit of damage, but it shouldn't be a big deal. I want to kill this fat gremlin because of the weakened condition that he gives me whenever he attacks. Well, this is a little bit scary. We might have to use our block potion here. I think we're going to go ahead and start with Eruption. Maybe... So... It's hard. What is the best course of action to kill this guy while also dealing Talk to the Hand and Tantrum on this guy is sort of what I'm thinking. I think if we double up 4, that's 8. If we double up 7, that's 14. 14 is probably the best option to hit this guy with, so let's go ahead and Eruption on him. Talk to the Hand, Tantrum to gain some extra block here. We're gonna carve this guy up. Wait a second. Okay, that's really annoying that this is 10. I would rather not waste this damage, but it is. Okay, that's good. I think we'll keep the Smite in our hand and just deal the damage to him. We'll go into Vigilance, of course. So he's dealing 30, 39, so I'm taking 7 damage, so the block potion is only healing 5. Or sorry, it's healing 7, but we're wasting 5, is what I'm saying. So let's just pass, I think. We might vault next turn if we tantrum. Yeah, tantrum vault seems decent here. Yeah, that seems pretty good. We can do some damage with the attacks here. Oh, right, rushdown. I forgot about rushdown for some reason. Let's deal some damage with the attacks. I think we might be able to kill him if we're in the vault scenario here. So either we're gonna vault or we're gonna Tranquility Empty Mind sort of deal. Tranquility Empty Mind and then Tantrum again isn't actually too bad here. We can probably still do the block if we do that. Or sorry, the vault. What am I saying, the block? Go ahead and Tantrum, because we get some rushdown draw here. Fortunately, we didn't get a... Oh, we didn't get a calm. That's what I'm trying to say. We can Miracle. I don't know if we need to vault right now. We could probably go ahead and Smite and Tantrum. Is that lethal? Smite, Tantrum, Part Reality is certainly lethal, isn't it? Yeah, this might be lethal by itself. Yeah, that's definitely lethal by itself, okay. We could have used a Gremlin Horn a little bit more this combat, but I kind of forgot it existed, to be honest. Anchor is awesome. Start each combat with 10 block. That's really good. Fruit Juice, we're definitely gonna just go ahead and drink that right away. I don't know why. I see sometimes, or I saw sometimes, streamers would save the Fruit Juice. I'm not sure why. I guess maybe for a heal, but we're not max HP, so healing is the same as healing later, right? I guess. Scry 3 isn't too bad. Cut Through Fate isn't a bad card, especially if we ever get Flurry of Blows. Scry is good because it can discard the Flurry of Blows. Oh, okay. Interesting. I guess that makes a little bit of sense. Fasting doesn't look terrible here. It could be pretty good, actually. I mean, it's one less energy per turn, but I don't know, we have quite a bit of Calm and Lotus Flower. So, and 3 Strength is no joke, especially with Tantrum and Talk to the Hand. I mean, Talk to the Hand is sort of our main block gainer, and it doesn't work with Dexterity, so that's sort of an argument against fasting, but we do have some block cards here, for sure. I think it's either fasting or skip. I don't think Cut Through Fate is really good enough right now. I think it's skip. I think we would prefer to get something like the Flurry of Blows deck rather than the fasting deck. I guess there is that trade a potion for a relic, but we could just trade our Smoke Bomb. Our Smoke Bomb is pretty terrible. Smoke Bomb is not the best. We're gonna go ahead and Smith here. I think Talk to the Hand is probably the right choice here, although Vault is of course a good upgrade all the time. I think Talk is probably the best here. It's good against one of the elites and against all of these bosses, so as in there's only one target for one of the elites. Well, there's really only one target. There's only a couple targets for most of the elites. So Talk to the Hand will be very good against this guy. We can go ahead and Talk and Vault, or we could not Vault because we have the Anchor the first turn. We'll lose that if we do Vault. Instead we could talk and strike an empty, I suppose. I just feel like this is not a very good first turn. Yeah, I think I'm gonna vault. Now I'm wishing I did the upgrade on vault so I didn't lose Miracle there. Yeah, so Tantrum, oh wait. Yeah, Tantrum will draw us cards. We can always Tranquility if we need to. I want to do the talk to the hand before so that I get the armor from, or block from playing Tantrum, because it plays 3 times, which is a big difference. Unfortunately, we do not have another empty here, so Tranquility's looking pretty nice here. If we don't Tranquility and we just hit with something, then we'll have 5 more block, which will still take 10 damage, is that right? Or 4 damage, is it? We'll have 24, no wait, no, 22. 22, so we'll take, yeah, we'll take 6 damage. That's not a big deal. Although there's barely any attacks in here, so there's not much incentive to keep the Wrath on, although it is a bit of damage this turn. Although I don't know if 18 is worth 10 damage and keeping the Tranquility. I don't think it is. Let's just go ahead and Tranquility here. I think Tantrum is certainly worth playing here. We have a lot of empties. We have enough energy to be doing this sort of thing as well. And of course, Talk to the Hand, or sorry, yeah, Talk to the Hand just makes it so that we have so much block. We could even, but we can't chill here, but I was gonna say we could even chill here and not even do anything, but I think we're gonna empty my, or actually wait. If only we could Inner Peace, Empty Mind. Oh, we could do that, actually. We could do that. Inner Peace, Empty Mind to get the energy, draw the cards. Now we're gonna Inner Peace Tantrum to again draw the cards, get the energy. We might have lethal here, actually. I think we do have lethal here. Wow, that was a very, very good card. Very good card. Very good turn. Scrawl is really good. Foreign Influence can be good sometimes, although it's pretty inconsistent for sure. We have a small deck, so we probably don't want Foreign Influence. Scrawl is very good. Scrawl can make a lot of turns turn into what we just did there. That's the power of Lotus Flower, or Violet Lotus, as we could just like repeatedly gain 3 energy by just exiting Calm. We have another Talk to the Hand here, which is pretty epic. Where are my flurries, though? I would really like flurries. I think we'll take that Talk to the Hand. That will put us at some amount of money, which is probably fine. It's above 100, so we can still remove. So let's see here. What do we want to remove if we remove? I think probably a strike. Follow-up is not bad, for sure. It's like a free attack most of the time. We usually have the energy to at least play an attack before this attack. So it's usually like a free attack, but it also takes a card draw. And our deck is pretty small, so card draw is very, very important to draw the right cards at the right time. Halt, not too bad either, for sure. Don't mind halt, but I think removing a strike is probably the sort of best thing we can do right now. So we shouldn't be too much trouble, I don't think, unless we draw horribly. Although we have a small deck, so we can't really draw that horribly. I think maybe Eruption and Tantrum, Eruption then Tantrum, then maybe Empty Body. Or Meditate, since we have the block already. seems reasonable to me. I think we'll just... Should we go ahead and kill the gremlin? Nah, let's just go ahead and go after this dude. Fight should be easy enough that we can just chill and not worry about this gremlin. Oh, although we do have gremlin horn, which certainly certainly incentivizes killing these gremlins. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and play the rush down for sure. Play the talk to the hand, or thinking about how we want to incorporate scroll into this. We definitely want to sort of stancy, changing. We might be able to actually have lethal this turn if we are smart. So we'll go ahead and eruption. Talk to the hand. Tantrum. I'm thinking about vault, but should we really vault when we have scroll in our hand? I think maybe instead we should go for miracle and scroll, I was gonna say. So let's think about lethal here. 78 health, which means... Well, this deals quite a bit of damage. We have 1 strength right now. Yeah, I think maybe Scrawl is better than Vault here, because we reset to 3 either way, but in this case we have more cards in hand. And we have an empty mind in our hand right now, which is pretty good for this stuff. Let's go ahead and... I'm wondering if we should play Inner Peace for the cards, but I think it should just be for the energy instead. Or should we start with... Maybe start with a talk? Oh, I was like, why did I draw a card? But it's Ink Bottle. Ink Bottle drew me a card. I actually didn't really want a card there. But it's okay. Let's go ahead and Inner Peace. And then I think I'm going to play Empty Mind. Let's see how many cards we have in hand. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So either Empty Mind or Tantrum both do the same thing. Although Tantrum... Oh no, enter wrath before you shuffle the card. So it will draw before we shuffle it in. So I think we'll just do... Should we do Empty Mind instead? Actually, Empty Mind can exit either one, so let's go ahead and Tantrum first. Actually, I do want to see what the order of this is. I think we draw before we shuffle. Oh, we don't. Okay, we shuffle before we draw. So I guess we finish the card entirely before we play, or before we trigger the rush down, which is interesting. I didn't actually know that. We learn something new every day, I guess. I don't know what I'm doing. We totally have lethal here. Like Smite. Tantrum is already putting him at 2. And then we can just talk to the hand to be rude about it. So I was right, we did have lethal. Giria is certainly interesting. I don't know how much use we'll get out of it, because we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 things we really need to upgrade. So I don't know how much use we'll get out of being able to rest at, or add strength at rest sites. It might be worth doing, especially with our Tantrum, but unless we pick up Flurry of Blows or Tantrum, I don't think it is worth doing. Is Explosive better than any of these? I think it's probably better than Smoke Bomb. We're not going to leave many fights. Okay, we have Flurry of Blows here, so maybe Giria is actually worth doing a few times. usually prefer to get, say, Varja over Girya, just because it's 1 strength now versus 3, maybe 3 strength later, sort of thing. So we're gonna Flurry here for sure to start. I guess we could talk first, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah, the potion sounds are cute for sure. You can really stack them up there. I think we should probably talk to the hand before we vault, if we're gonna vault. Otherwise, Vigilance talk to the hand doesn't look too bad either. Why did I play this on him? We need to kill the Centurion first. We've talked about this on this stream. I think we should probably actually just go into Calm, because Calm is good. Getting the extra strength there. Flurry Blows is the best card in our deck for sure, with the Shuriken and all that. Shuriken makes Flurry Blows that much better, and it already is like absolutely amazing. So I think we might have lethal this turn. It's funny to say that sometimes. Go ahead and we get an ink bottle trigger there, which is actually very nice, because we can go ahead and gain quite a bit of energy from that ink bottle trigger and deal some more damage on as well. I'm not even talking to the hand first because I know that we likely don't need to gain any lock this turn. Go ahead and talk to the hand, draw a card. I don't think I want an empty body right now. I think I'll just scroll instead. I don't know if playing this is worth the card. We're probably going to be at least able to play 6 energy of cards here, so it's probably not worth doing, and we'll save it for like something else probably. So do we have lethal just like in hand? I think maybe. Yep, we have lethal in hand for sure. We could have stacked up our ink bottle plays, but I don't know if that's even worth it. I think energy potion might be a little bit better than explosive right here, just for the opening of many things. Tranquility is certainly good here. I said Crescendo was better than Tranquility, but with the Lotus flower, it's actually probably Tranquility instead. I might have made a mistake of not choosing one of those earlier, actually. This is a little bit scary, but we can play all 3 of these and Tranquility if we want to at the end. So how much energy, or how much block do we gain by playing all 3 of these? We apply this twice, so that's going to be 2 block each attack. One of them will hit itself, so we get 2 block, and then if we play this last instead of first, we'll get 4 more blocks, so that's going to be 16 block. He's dealing 24 damage. It'd be nice to have the rush down up already. Fortunately, that's not how cards work. I think we're just gonna double talk to the hand and not go into Wrath. I think that might be the best play, although we could go for a colorless potion. Might be worth going for. Mind Blast is not a good card in our deck, but actually Deep Breath might be the best card to play here. I think that is actually the best card to play here. Inner Peace is a very good card right now. We can go ahead and... I was going to say Tranquility and Inner Peace, but we don't have enough energy to do so. We should have played the potion before we played those 2 cards. We can Tranquility Eruption Inner Peace, but again, there's no point in doing that because we won't draw with Inner Peace if we're not in Calm. We can just play Inner Peace as a card and just end in calm to get the extra 2 energy later. Eruption is slightly worth it because of the attack and the block. Or sorry, the strength and the block. So I think I will actually Eruption, Miracle, Inner Peace. Inner Peace will get us back 3 energy, which is way better than the 2 energy we would have gotten with the Miracle. So go ahead and Flurry of Blows to start. Rush Down and Tantrum. Fortunately, this guy has some anti-tantrum technology with the Malleable, so upon receiving attack damage, he gains 7 blocks. So if we hit him 3 times with the Tantrum, then he gains a bunch of block from that. We might be able to kill him this turn. It's hard to say with the whole block gaining thing, but we were able to kill him after all. We did have quite a bit of damage, so Rush Down for sure is what we're going to take here. It's a little bit too much draw, but again, like I was saying last combat, in the starting hand, I was like, I wish I had Rush Down in my hand. Well, if we have 2 Rush Downs, we're twice as likely to draw. Well, not quite twice as likely because there's more cards in the deck, of course, but there's 2 cards instead of 1 card. Pretty easy way to think about it. Okay, so should we upgrade here or should we strength? We do have the Flurry of Blows, and I said that if I got the Flurry of Blows, I might want to lift instead. We're definitely not going to heal because, I mean, there's no real point. We're going to beat this guy, I think. Our deck is pretty good. I think it's worth lifting once. I don't know if it's worth lifting once right now. The other thing to think about is this guy that we're facing has 3 artifacts which negate our Talk to the Hands, which makes the fight a bit harder, actually. Quite a bit harder, actually. So it might be worth getting a strength to up our Flurry of Blows, because that's certainly the thing that's going to win us the game. So I think that's probably worth doing. Can't upgrade our Flurry of Blows because it's already upgraded. That intro music was so intense for just like half a second for some reason. And then it just died out completely. So we're gonna Flurry of Blows, Tantrum, Flurry of Blows. I think we're gonna go ahead and Vault here, actually. Getting some stuff in early will be useful. Unfortunately, we don't have any debuffs except for Talk to the Hand, so Talk to the Hand is literally just 5 damage, 7 damage, exhaust, because he has 3 artifact. We could put it on his little minions that he's about to summon. This is a nice card for sure, but unfortunately we drew it with the ink bottle right at the wrong time. Yeah, so this is slightly worthless here. We're gonna go ahead and Tantrum right away to get the 30 damage in. We'll be able to trigger the Shuriken this turn, which is nice. It might be worth exiting, but we have an exit in our hand with Tranquility, and we're likely to draw either Empty Mind or Vigilance. So I think I'm just gonna hit him here just for the Shuriken trigger. Empty Body would also bring back Flurry of Blows, so that's something to think about, but I think it was not worth it in this particular case. Jesus. That's a lot of damage. So let's go ahead and start with a Vigilance, because we're going to use that to gain back some energy and some cards. So we're back to 3 energy, which is nice. We can, again, Flurry of Blows. And I think we'll spend 1 Tranquility here. That's really nice that we got the ink bottle trigger on the Tantrum, because I would rather play the Tantrum than the Empty Mind. Yeah, let's play the Tantrum. We might have lethal this turn if we're careful about using Flurry of Blows without drawing too much. We can... Well, unfortunately, we have not the best exits in order to not draw. We have Empty Mind in our hand. So we'll Carve and Tranquility and Tantrum to gain back the energy, and then Flurry again, Smite to end the game. So as I said, we have quite a bit of damage, so we are able to do things and end games pretty fast. Deva Form is a very good card, of course. I don't know if it's the card for this deck, because we already have quite a bit of energy in the switching. Wish is certainly worth taking for the 3 strength most often with this deck. Devotion is also not terrible. Devotion allows you to enter Divinity without really playing that many cards. Divinity is a stance which you gain 3 energy, which is sort of like Xing Calm in this case. And it also allows us to deal triple damage, so it's very similar to Wrath where you deal double damage, but you don't even take triple damage back. So Divinity is pretty awesome. Wish can also just get us some gold sometimes, or Plated Armor if we're feeling worried. So Wish is pretty flexible, and we do usually have the energy to play it. So I feel like passing up Deva Form is always slightly wrong, but in this case, I think Wish is probably the card here. Devotion I can definitely also see. Holy Water isn't that bad, because 3 Miracles gets us off to a nice start. Runic Pyramid is also not terrible, especially given Flurry of Blows. Runic Pyramid is, at the start of your turn, you no longer discard your hand. So if we don't discard our hand, then we have a lot more control over the discard pile and our draw pile. So Flurry of Blows can be a lot more powerful when we have that. That being said, Runic Pyramid with a Scrawl and a double Rushdown and an Inner Peace and an Empty Mind is probably just a recipe for hand size management issues. I mean, we usually have most of our deck available to us all the time anyway, so maybe this is not a great thing. We can only have 10 cards in hand. I don't know if I mentioned that. I think Holy Water might be better slightly than Runic. I do think an energy relic would be nice, but Coffee Dripper specifically is worrying to me, just because I'm not sure how we're going to regain the health if we don't regain it via resting. We don't have anything. Maybe we took Vampirism, then I would take this, but yeah, I'm not sure. I think Holy Water can get us off to a nice start, and once we get off to a start, we can see what the deck can do, so I think Holy Water is probably the choice here. Just to, like, the start is the most rough part of our entire deck, so starting good is definitely something that I want to do. So I'm immediately seeing a split of triple Leaf Paths and a very nice shop option at the end, which we'll definitely take. So we have 2 different paths which we could take with 3 elites. Well, we have actually 3. So there's this path on the left side with this elite, and this elite. I think either one of these 2 is a fine path to take. Or there's this elite, which we could take instead of that elite. Or there's this path with which has 3 elites as well, but I think I like this path the best, actually. We have 4 combats in a row, which is not ideal usually, but in this case, some of the question mark events in the last act are quite a bit interesting. Some of them involve negative things, so well, all question mark events can involve negative things, but in the last act specifically, you can like lose cards and such, so it's not horrible to have 3 or 4 enemies in a row. And we do pretty well against regular enemies. So I think that's not a bad idea. This path isn't bad either, for sure, but there is a fire here which we can use to upgrade, and we definitely want to get 2 upgrades in before the final, I think. So, and maybe a rest. I'm not sure if we'll take too much damage from these guys. Let's see here, what do we have? This is quite a decent start with the Empty Mind to draw some cards with both a Tranquility and a Crescendo option. Talk to the Hand is obviously very good. We're going to be dealing a lot of damage to this dude, so I think maybe starting with Talk to the Hand on him could be useful. We get a draw from Ink Bottle that gives us the other Tranquility, which makes me want to Tranquility Empty Mind to get the energy back and all. We didn't draw quite what I was expecting to draw. Well, not what I was expecting to draw, but what I would like to draw. We're gonna go ahead and Talk to the Hand, Carve Reality, and I was gonna say Smite, but we could think about Meditate instead of Smite here. How many cards do we have in hand? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, so we have 6 cards which we're going to keep, which means that we will overdraw by 1. So I think it's worth miracling, smiting. It might not be worth smiting him actually. It might be worth smiting the Repulsor instead, and then meditating back. I think the Empty Mind is slightly better than the Carve Reality, although both are a viable option for sure. We'll draw 5 cards here and complete our draw. I think I'm going to turn the music down just a tad bit. Seems a little bit too high in my earphones. I'm not sure about you guys. I mean, the music is very nice in this game, but it seemed a bit high for some reason. We could do a lot of things this turn, especially with the Inner Peace here. We're going to probably use all this energy here. Oh my word, the scroll. Inner Peace might be more useful for the energy than the draw when we have the scroll in hand, so I'm actually going to go ahead and start with Empty Mind. That's very nice to see. Holy crap, we have so much draw. We really did not need Runic Pyramid at all. We have just too much draw, really, for Runic. We'll go ahead and Tranquility, get this back. We're gonna play Tantrum to kill this guy, draw like a million cards. We don't get our Flurry of Blows back, unfortunately, because of the overdraw with a Tantrum. I would have much rather get Flurry of Blows back. We are not in trouble at all, so we're gonna take the gold here. We might as well Empty Body just for the block. We can probably deal a little bit of damage before we do that, actually. And then Empty Body for the block. Deal the flurry damage. Ooh, Tantrum is looking nice, but also we want to kill this guy in as many hits as possible. I don't want to take any damage from him, because he deals 4 damage when we deal damage to him. I think we're going to go ahead and start with the Inner Peace. Flurry. We break the thing, we break our block, and then we're going to Vigilance to gain some block, and just Flurry again to finish him off. None of these cards are really standing out to me as, like, I need this in my deck, and we really don't want to add unnecessary cards to my deck. So we're gonna skip here. We could see the empty could see the empty body, but I don't think we need it. This is a very nice opening here. I thought he usually has one artifact. Huh. We don't do anything to them at the start, do we? I don't think so. So let's go ahead and Eruption, Flurry. We don't have any draw here, which is a bit scary, but we can still block Potion to not take any damage here. We might have actually had lethal if we had wished for strength. I don't think we're in any trouble here. Oh. Well. We probably should have played the Miracles first, I guess. Well, this is complete hindsight, right? But let's play the Wish here for, I think, the gold. We're gonna gain the armor so that we don't lose any HP here. And then I think next turn we'll be able to come very close to killing him. If not, yeah, we have enough damage that we can just kill him outright. Signature Move is a pretty good card in this deck sometimes. Not right now because we have some other attacks like Talk to the Hand, Carve Reality. We still have 2 strikes in our deck, so I don't think Signature Move is the play. I don't think either of these are the play either. I think Third Eye is decent if you have a lot of Flurry of Blows, but we only have 1 here. Third Eye could be good actually, just to make sure that we get to the rush downs and get to the Flurry of Blows and the switching faster. I might actually take that. Could be worth it. Scry is look at the top cards of your deck and you may discard any of them, so that's why I'm thinking it might be useful to sort of cycle our deck a little bit faster. I think I'm going to take it, just because it's a little bit more block and some nice consistency, I guess. Consistency is certainly what we need here. And we're even going to start with Third Eye. This is an interesting set of cards here. We're definitely going to discard the Strike, I think. Are these in order? Do you guys remember if these are in order or not? Because I can't draw a lot of cards, but I can draw 1 card. And if I get Inner Peace, so if I put Inner Peace on top, then... Well, I can guarantee putting Inner Peace on top if I do this. Which honestly is probably worth doing. I think that is probably worth doing. So we can guarantee a draw by doing this. Unfortunately, we didn't draw an exit, which I was really hoping for. But it should be fine. Oh, okay. They are in order, so I didn't really need to do that, and I could have gotten a... Oh my word, I did not mean to do that. I meant to press the discard. Okay, it's fine. It should be fine. Whoopsie. It was fine. We had the block and all that, so it doesn't really matter. We will go ahead and talk to the hand. We're going to empty mine. If we don't draw anything nice, then we're going to vault, but we do draw Scrawl, which I think constitutes as nice. I think we'll go ahead and Tranquility and Scrawl. Nice, we shuffled the deck, but we have Flurry of Blows in hand, so we can do that. This is a little bit scary. So here he changes his intent every time he receives attack damage. And some of his attacks are some of his intents are very, very scary, like shuffling in a curse into your deck forever. So that's a little bit... I'm a little bit freaked out from that, but we're going ahead and gain the energy from exiting Calm here. Oh, we drew 4 cards, so we couldn't get back our Flurry of Blows, unfortunately, but it's fine. Hopefully we can end his life here, and then we don't have to worry about it. We shouldn't play Meditate. I think Meditate is actually a pretty bad card in our deck actually now. So let's go ahead and start with Inner Peace, Flurry Blows. Could think about Empty Body instead of Eruption just to get the Flurry Blows back. Let's go Vigilance, Flurry Blows, Eruption. We still didn't get the Flurry Blows back because of the full hand situation. We can go ahead and talk to the hand. Tantrum, I think I'll play here. And then we can Tranquility, Empty Mind to get our energy back. Certainly gonna play these. Okay, we don't have a calm here, so we can't get our energy back. We have almost 100 block, so it doesn't really want to make me calm. Or sorry, make me want to vault, but I kind of also do want to vault just so we can keep this train going. I think vault might be the play here. We can get enough energy, or we can get enough block back to block basically anything, I think. We get Flurry Blows right away, which is awesome. How do we only have 9 cards in our draw and discard? Where did all the cards go? We still didn't get a calm, so we can't get the energy quite going, but we can get the draw going with Tantrum, which should help us get the energy going. Unfortunately, we drew Vigilance, which is the only one we can't get the energy going with. We could use the energy potion if we wanted to. It's probably worth doing, I guess. Go ahead and empty mind here. Okay, so I don't know if we have quite like lethal because of this ridiculous 18 block every time you receive attack damage thing, which is pretty annoying. Can go ahead. I haven't had the energy to play Wish, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have taken the strength and probably it would have helped a lot, but can draw some cards here. Tantrum is quite a bit of damage now with the 7 energy. Let's think here. We do need to get more energy, of course, so... Did I say 7 energy? I'm at 7 strength. Go ahead and play the Flurry of Blows. Go ahead and play the Tantrum again to get our energy back. Can... See, it's hard to know what's lethal when he has this ridiculous thing going on. Can try to maybe lethal him. 22 times 3, that's quite a lot of damage here. So that is probably enough damage. 34 is enough damage for sure. Unfortunately, we didn't get to play our Wish for money. Follow-up isn't too bad, but Crush Joints also isn't bad either. Vulnerable is hard to come by in Watcher. And Vulnerable is certainly good with Wrath. I think we will take a Crush Joints here just because Vulnerable is so good in Watcher. We still have not taken any damage, and we've gotten $50 from just the wishes, which is quite amusing. We don't have very much. We don't have any draw here at all because we still don't have the we don't have the rush downs up. But we do have a bit of tantrum, a bit of calm. Oh, and we also have a little bit of draw with ink bottle. I didn't realize that. Let's go ahead and... I was gonna say we could... Oh, actually we can do this. We can do this. We can crush joints just for the damage, and then we can meditate to get the crush points back, and then the first card we played that turn was a skill. Oh, we're gonna overdraw here. Whoopsie. We're gonna overdraw by 1 here, which is a bit unfortunate. So we're gonna start with the crush joints, I think. Although we can go ahead and miracle twice, rush down, flurry of blows, talk to the hand, which we should have played before flurry of blows, of course. We can go ahead and crescendo to draw some cards, get the flurry of blows back. We can crush joints now that we're in Wrath. Flurry of blows, of course. We have Vault in our hand, which is great. We also have Tranquility Tantrum, which is also awesome. So I think we're going to go ahead and Third Eye, get rid of the things we don't want to see. I think we don't want to see Wish this early. We'll definitely take Talk to the Hand, we'll definitely take an Empty Mind and a Wrath. Although maybe we get rid of the Wrath to see if we can get a Calm instead. I think that might be slightly better. So remember the Empty Mind was the rightmost. So let's see what we draw so that we know for next time. So we draw the Talk to the Hand first, so it's from left to right instead of right to left. Oh, I should have played Talk first, whoopsie. It's fine, it's not a big deal at all, really. Rushdown is very nice for sure. Draw 4 cards here, so it's crazy, really. I mean, I'm saying we should have played Talk first, but like, whatever, we're probably going to kill him this turn anyway. We can go ahead and Inner Peace. Of course, do the Flurry first. Then we should Miracle before we Tantrum, maybe even Miracle Talk before we Tantrum, just to make sure we don't overdraw here. Unfortunately, we shuffled before we got the Flurry back, which is a bit unfortunate. We wouldn't have even overdrawn. We can go ahead and Tranquility, Tantrum, Curve Reality. We probably had Lethal before, but Protect is not a bad card for sure. Although I think we have enough block and stuff in our deck. Yeah, I think we just want to get through our cards instead of putting something else in our deck. Madness? Let's think about this for a second. Madness is pretty good in this type of deck, especially on, say, a Tantrum. It would be incredible on Tantrum. It is a bit difficult to Madness with like all these exhaust cards that are retained, but I think it is probably worth doing. Just because it does make it so that we could probably infinite quite a bit more often. That's definitely not what we wanted to see. Like, not even close. This is a bit of a risky hand here. We can probably use the draw potion though. We're gonna Tantrum first. Oh, we maybe should have talked first, actually, now that I think about it. I was thinking we could Miracle then Crush Joints, but Talk was also probably worth playing first. We're gonna draw... Oh, wait. We have 0. Oh, we're gonna draw anyway. We're gonna draw and we're gonna meditate. We're gonna meditate back the Crush Joints. Unfortunately, he's still taking some damage here, which I wasn't really expecting to do. But we should be able to kill him this turn if we draw decently well. Unfortunately, we did not draw anything that draws other cards, so we are definitely not going to be able to kill this guy or this, sorry, girl, unless we somehow have exact lethal. So if we let's think about energy first. So if we use the Miracle, we'll have 4 plus the 3 from the Lotus Flower when we exit Calm, plus another 3 from Tranquility we could do if we really want to, but I don't think we'll need it, so we'll have 7 there. 7 allows us to play 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, we are going to be able to do this, so let's go ahead and Crescendo because we want to play Eruption with double. Oh, what are we doing? We didn't even count it. We probably do have lethal, so let's just go ahead and try it. Oh, also the ink bottle. I didn't even think about that, but we do have the ink bottle. I think we have lethal. Just barely have lethal. Yeah, we do just barely have lethal there. We could have thought about waiting for the Wish, but not getting frailed with Turnip is pretty decent here. Like Water can be good sometimes. Now we do have the Crush Joints now, which is vulnerable, which is a debuff, which helps a lot with Artifact. So Artifact, especially with Donu and Deka, Artifact is going to be an issue because we want to play Talk to the Hand, and that's also a debuff. So Artifact is certainly helpful, or sorry, having some debuffs that are not Talk to the Hand is certainly helpful, like Sash Whip and our Crush Joints. So I think we should take Sash Whip here just to have an Artifact clearer. I know that seems a little bit silly, but I think it is probably worth doing. I think we should recall here. I would like to get an upgrade in, but I just remembered that if we do the upgrade here, then we're going to have to recall up here, which means that we might have to forego resting or whatnot here if we really need a rest. So I think we're going to recall here with the assumption that we're going to make it to the end. I think we are going to make it to the end because, I mean, our deck is pretty crazy. It's just really the beginning that we need to try to hopefully get through, essentially. So we're going to Crescendo and double Talk. We might even meditate here. If we are going to meditate, we should play the Miracle first so that he receives 10% more damage. I think we will meditate just for the energy possibility. It's definitely better than a Miracle, I think. So we'll play we were going to play the less damage Talk to the Hand because of this 20% more damage. He's going to receive 30% more damage after we play this, so it's worth doing. We can't play the Meditate first, unfortunately, because it ends our turn. And we're not going to retain anything with Meditate. We're just going to go into Calm. We're saving the Tranquility for some extra energy later on, too. Flurry of Blows, absolutely amazing. Here. Madness with this set of cards, I'm not 100% sure is the play. We We could play Madness with the possibility that it lands on Wish. It does land on Wish, and also we get the ink bottle trigger, which is very nice. We're gonna go ahead and I think we'll take the strength here. I'm a little bit worried that we'll have too much difficulty bursting him down, or it might take too long is also an issue with the stream mostly, because it's already like what are we, like 2 hours in or something? Let me check how long the stream is going. Yeah, 2 hours, 2 or 3 hours, something like that. We started at 8 and it's 10, so 2 hours. Okay, so we drew these 2 cards, which we can draw another 2 cards by tantruming after we Tranquility. Let's go ahead and carve Reality, Smite, and Tranquility. We'll play the Flurry of Blows, of course, and then we're going to play Madness so that we get it on the Tantrum, which is what we certainly want. We played all those cards before so that we would get it on the Tantrum. And we want it on the Tantrum because we're going to play this card like so many times. So we're going to go ahead and Tantrum, draw 2 cards from the Rushdown. We get an Inner Peace and another Rushdown, which is nice. Inner Peace just being nice because we can, of course, use that for energy next turn. We're gonna Empty Body first, though, so that we can get the Flurry back. Then we're gonna Inner Peace to get the Flurry back. We're gonna deal a bunch of damage, get a bunch of block up, and end our turn. I don't think we needed to take the Strength of the Wish. We probably could have taken the, what am I saying? We could have taken the money, but the strength is certainly helpful here. I think we would have been fine, but it's always good to make sure that you're okay. We're gonna play more than 4 cards here, so we're gonna trigger the Ink Bottle, which will be helpful. We're gonna apply 2 Weak here, and then Third Eye to make sure we draw the right thing. So this is the first card we're gonna draw, so we're gonna definitely go for that. We're gonna actually, all these cards are pretty good, so let's think about this. So when we get the Ink Bottle, we're gonna play Tantrum. We're gonna draw 4 cards, so we're gonna draw all these. So I think those are fine cards to draw, honestly. So we're gonna Crush Joints here, just to get that vulnerable in. And then we're gonna Miracle to draw the card. Tantrum will draw us 4 cards. 5 cards with the Flurry of Blows. We draw Tantrum, which is actually just lethal. We had already played the Wish, so we didn't need to wait for it. Again, Daviform is a very good card, for sure. Although it doesn't really help us at the beginning of the game, which, like, the only thing we really need out of our cards now is either don't take the cards, or they help us at the beginning of the game. Daviform helps at the end, but we're already winning by then, so it's not really something we need to take. We're gonna take the Sapphire Key here, just, I would like to take the Regal. Actually, the Regal Pillow isn't that good, because we're really not taking enough damage to make it worthwhile. Of course we get a second chest. I would love to know if we were gonna get a second chest, but we didn't know. Mercury Hourglass, I would probably take that over the, actually I probably would take the Pillow over the Hourglass, because we don't take that many turns, so. We have Vault here on the first turn. We also have Scrawl on the first turn, so this first turn is going to be real good. Go ahead and Miracle just 3 times to, we're definitely going to use this. Might as well Empty Body as well, because just give us some energy here. We're not going to Strike, because we might as well use that for some Eruption sort of deal. We'll play the double Rushdown here. And then think about our stances. So Sash Whip is not really going to do anything. I think we're probably going to end the game this turn, or end the fight. We'll go ahead and Eruption first. Oh, I didn't realize we had 2 rushdowns on, actually. I should have played some other cards before then. Whoopsie. We'll go ahead and Madness just for the... Well, it doesn't really give us an extra energy because these all cost 0. Or these all cost 1. So it's the same as playing nothing, really. Or same as playing the same thing. We're going to double talk on... Let's just say... Oh, we're going to talk on this guy, actually, so that we can gain some block whenever we hit him. We're going to... We want to make sure we have enough energy here. Unfortunately, we don't have another exit, so we can't calm and then exit. We can go ahead and Sash Whip to... Oh, wait a second. I really shouldn't have done that, actually. That was a bad idea. Because that means that I can't vault. Yeah, I should have vaulted right then and there. Well, we could Madness the vault, maybe? Haha! Brilliant plays from me, obviously. I totally saw that coming. We'll go ahead and play the Carve Reality so that we keep the extra the extra smite, the extra attack. We could have played Inner Peace there so that we kept calm, but I think it's probably fine. We'll probably find a calm here. We're gonna flurry him, draw some cards here. Gonna Vigilance to get some energy. Flurry. Go ahead and Crescendo. Talk to the hand. And... Oh, wait, we need to wish first. Wish for money, obviously. And Smite. Okay, well that worked out. Take another Talk to the Hand for sure. Talk to the Hand is probably one of the best cards in our deck, if not the best card in our deck. So, what do we have for draw here? It's always the first question on my mind when we start a combat. So, we have Inner Peace, which we can't use for draw. We have Tantrum, which is going to get us a lot of block if we play with Talk to the Hand. We were already pretty on the edge with this. We do have an Ink Bottle for draw, actually, so we can Third Eye. We can Third Eye and see what we're going to draw. So we're going to draw Rushdown next, which will help with the Tantrum and drawing, of course. So I don't think we need the Vigilance. We'll take the Talk. We'll get rid of the Madness, I think. We don't have anything we really want to Madness. Except for Tantrum, of course, we won't have it. We'll take the Empty Mind because it's draw and energy. Actually, maybe we take that. So let's think about these here. We're going to Tantrum. So wait, we're going to draw from the Ink Bottle, right? We're going to draw from the Ink Bottle, so we'll draw this. Then we can Tantrum and draw 2 more cards. So what 2 cards do we want? We probably want an Empty Mind to draw. So we need to get rid of one of these 2, and I think we want the energy, don't we? We probably do want the energy, actually. So we will toss the Talk. We will go ahead and play the Inner Peace, because we're going to Inner Peace, Tantrum, and then Vigilance, and then Empty Mind. Play this so that we get the Rushdown. Then we go ahead and Tantrum. We have our deck somewhat online now, so I don't know if we need to Talk first. We have quite a bit of block already, so it should be fine. to not talk first. We'll get an extra little bit of damage from the talk instead of the extra block. We'll play these attacks before we Vigilance Empty Mind. That is the right amount of energy, and we even have an extra energy over here. So that should be fine. We can go ahead and talk, play Carve. We'll keep the Smite. Actually, maybe we'll play the Smite. Yeah, maybe we'll play the Smite. Then Vigilance, Empty Mind for the energy and the draw. Unfortunately, oh wait, we have Ink Bottle. Are we feeling lucky today? Okay, well, not that lucky, but we're still kind of lucky. We got an extra Shuriken out of it, an extra Talk to the Hand on here, so that's pretty good. We could have maybe taken one of these Flex Potions, and I think another 5 damage on all those would probably finish it, but we can probably finish it this turn instead. Alrighty here, let's see. So we got the Scrawl and the Vault and the Wish, which are all awesome to get right away. Even though this is yellow, I don't think I want to play it right now. We're gonna go ahead and Empty Body and then Scrawl, I think. Flurry of Blows right away. Go ahead and play a Rushdown just to get it out of our hand. We can probably end up getting the Madness on one of these two. So let's start with the Tantrum. Or wait, should we start with the Tranquility so that we get the extra energy? Probably, right? Yeah, we don't have that many empties here, so we should probably start with the Tranquility. Oh, Flurry of Blows first, right? Oh, should we play things before the Tantrum, like the Madness, for example? Might be worth it, but nah, I think let's just do the Tantrum. I know we're losing a little bit of draw by doing this, but I think we have enough stuff that we can work with this. We don't have another empty, which is a bit unfortunate, but we do have a Vault, which could work as an empty. We know that we have a Tantrum down here, so well, we have Lethal. Well, for sure, we have Lethal. So let's go ahead and Wish for gold. And then Tantrum for Lethal, I think. Or we can Crush Joints and then Tantrum just for the overkill. Just for the fun of it. Oh, right. We probably should have used Gremlin Horn a little bit more this fight, because we had the ability to kill these guys, draw some cards, gain some energy. That would have been smart. We need to probably think about... Oh, I didn't even see this. We got Kunai, which is just... Kunai and Shuriken together is like fasting, but on steroids. We're just gonna skip. I think Study is a decent thing to get, but we also don't really want... It's hard enough to control our hand with all this draw, so... We don't need... Why is this the question mark? This fight is going to take way more time than just like a... Oh, no, I'll just leave, not take Vampirism, like, sort of thing. This guy is pretty scary. So, honestly, taking the Strength with the Wish is not... I'm not above that. I think I will probably end up doing that. And then Miracle, Miracle, Vigilance to just end in calm. We're probably gonna make up the energy anyway, so Strength. Go ahead and Vigilance just for the energy when we exit. And the potential of Flurry of Blows sort of thing. Okay, so we have Rushdown up so we can always draw 3. Oh. Hello, David. Yeah. Yeah, I hope my explanations are worthwhile, or at least make sense enough. If you need me to hover over anything because you don't remember what it is, this game's not great for, like, I think that there could be like a streaming mode where you could actually see what the cards say in your hand instead, like just lay them flat. I don't know if that's even an option, but I don't think it is. Bigger text, maybe? No. But, yeah, none of these, yeah. It would be nice to actually, like, read the cards while we're going, but, yeah. I hope everything makes sense. Okay, Upgraded Madness is so much better than regular Madness, because if you just have one-cost things... I mean, it's for the rest of the combat, but still... Combat usually lasts, like, one turn. Does it? Does it usually last one turn? That's what I think. We have Rushdown, so we could draw, but I think we need to draw a little bit more if we're gonna end this turn. Oh yeah, okay, that makes sense. Oh right, yeah, there is a mod on Twitch where you can hover over things, like on the stream side, which is pretty cool. Yeah. That is a pretty cool mod. I forgot about that thing. Yeah, one turn, but I reshuffled like 3 times, true. Well, now that we have the strikes in hand... Well, we had the Tranquility in hand, so maybe it wasn't worth madnessing. We could wait until we spend that. Let's go ahead and do this to draw a couple cards. 4 cards, actually. I didn't realize we had both rushdowns. I got distracted by chat for a moment there. We can go ahead and... We don't have an exit from We don't have an exit from Calm, but we'll probably draw one, I think. We can talk some more. We can probably get a Miracle. This is a terrible madness, but I just want to get things out of my hand. Okay, Tranquility 0 is not the worst thing in the world, let's be real. We're gonna go ahead and carve? No, that's stupid. We're gonna strike instead. Although, yeah, we're gonna strike, and then Tranquility. Where's my Flurry? I thought I had my Flurry in the discard. Wait, why did I play Strike? We need an energy. Oh no. Oh no! What is he doing? He's gonna give us this... He's gonna give us a horrible thing. Okay, well, we can't straw anymore, because I did the strike for some unknown reason. So, let's go ahead and stop him from giving us this curse, and hope he's not gonna deal 1,000,000 damage. Okay, he's not gonna deal 1,000,000 damage, so... Okay, that was close. We almost screwed up there. I don't know what I was thinking. I for some reason thought I had an extra energy, but I did not. We're gonna go ahead and... Let's Tantrum first. Yeah, let's Tantrum first. And then Flurry... Double Talk. We could Tranquility Tantrum. I think that's a decent play here. I mean, we could... Let's Tranquility, deal the Flurry damage. I was gonna Crush Joints before then, but let's just Tantrum now. I guess it really doesn't matter. We're gonna kill him right now anyways. We'd like the Wish. Do we have the Wish? Oh no, we used the Wish for Strength, didn't we? We don't have the Wish. The Wish is gone. Can wish for more wishes, maybe, but can't wish for more wishes, unfortunately. We can only wish for strength or plated armor or coins, which coins is kind of like wishing for more wishes. Tranquility here is absolutely epic. Thanks, Michael. I've been very careful this game to put the right things into my deck. Dolly's Mirror is pretty good here. Eternal Feather is really good here, actually. Because then we won't have to rest in the rest stop. We can upgrade instead, or even lift. We can lift. Apotheosis... Actually, I'm thinking about taking these two if I have enough energy, or have enough money for it. Because Apotheosis is pretty good in our deck. We don't have that many cards upgraded. We can lift instead of upgrading. I think that might be worth it. I didn't count first, but I'm pretty sure we had enough. I was pretty sure we had enough. Okay, so let's think about this here. Wreath of Flames is really good with Tantrum, but I'm not gonna like take that just for the sake of taking it. Like Water isn't too bad, but I think we should just leave. I would take Fairy Bottle if I had just enough money for it, but I think we can just leave because we'll get another shop next time. Eternal Feather, obviously not doing... I mean, I don't think I would take Eternal Feather if it wasn't like just helping me like right now, but I mean, it is just helping me right now, but I don't think I would take Eternal Feather earlier because we had a pretty small deck before. Let's lift because it's nice to start with 2 strength here. We have such weird potions right now. So I guess with the Apotheosis, we really just want to draw to the Apotheosis, and we really want to get the rush downs, the Apotheosis set up so that we can start doing things. Like, for example, this Madness, if it costs 0, that would be really nice. So we can do Tranquility, Inner Peace to draw a bunch. I'm almost thinking Tranquility, Madness. If it lands on the Crescendo, that's also fine, but all of these are pretty good. Okay, Inner Peace is kind of what I was looking for. Yeah, Eternal Feather is a really good card, for sure. I thought these guys had one artifact, but they actually have 2, which is a little bit spooky. Oh, we should have maybe third-eyed before we did that. We can still draw one with Ink Bottle, so if we want a third eye next to draw one with Ink Bottle that we, like, pick the one we draw, that might be worth doing. Although... we kind of need to third eye now then, because we won't have the energy to play it, so let's third eye now. That's decent, but I think we kind of want to get to our rushdowns. So I'm thinking this is the best play, but maybe this is the best play. I think this might be the best play. Yeah, I think that's the key here. So let's play a Miracle. We'll draw the Empty Mind. I don't know if we should save the Eruption for when we... Well, this isn't doing Vulnerable, so we might as well play the Eruption before we play the Crush Joints. And then... I don't know if we should even play the Crush Joints. Is that even worth doing? I mean, we can Miracle Crush Joints, I guess. Okay, let's just do it. We need to get rid of these... we need to get rid of these Vulnerables. Oh, Ascension 9, they go to 1 to 2? Yeah, that makes sense. So the Rushdown is exactly what we're looking for. We're gonna go ahead and... I think Tranquility Crescendo. We need the energy, we need the draw. We're only gonna draw 2 cards, but we will be able to get another Ink Bottle trigger here. And we will be able to end in Calm. We'll double up on this for sure. Play the Miracle to draw a card. Madness isn't too bad with either of these. Especially not with the Vigilance, because we need a little bit of extra block here. We can meditate back. What do we want to meditate back? We might want to meditate back the Vigilance, actually, because it's 0 cost. Although Inner Peace is looking pretty tasty here. I think Inner Peace might get our deck online a little bit faster. So I think I'm going to take Inner Peace here. Keep that for next turn. two artifact is a big change for sure. Especially with the Talk to the Hand deck. Apotheosis is obviously very good here. Yeah, I think we start with Apotheosis. And then we use Inner Peace to draw 4. Okay, that's not exactly what I was expecting here. I really did want to get, like, the Tantrum. So we're gonna have to scroll here to get the Tantrum, because we need the energy, which is a bit unfortunate in terms of draw and all. Like, we really don't want to go into Wrath right now, because, yeah. So maybe we play Eruption instead, because Tantrum will deal a lot of damage. Might be worth doing. Yeah, we get to draw one thing. We're probably going to kill Donu this turn. So we might want to put the weak and the vulnerable on Deca and then start talking to the hand him. We do really need to get some energy though. So we could probably play like one of these cards, play the Tantrum. But we're not going to draw with the Tantrum actually because we're already in Wrath. So we have no draw except for Vault here, which is quite unfortunate because we can only play one thing other than the Vault. So while it looks like we're gonna kill Donu this turn, we'll actually have to wait at least until our next fake turn. I'm not sure if we should. I think Tantrum might be. Ink is also ready to draw. That's a good point here. Thank you for that. I think we should start with Tantrum and then we'll draw a card, see what it is. Although, if we get say Vigilance or Tranquility or Inner Peace or not Meditate, but you know what I mean, then we are gonna want the Tantrum to gain that energy back. So we should probably actually just do either a Strike or a Sash Whip or something. The problem is I want to play the Sash Whip here, but I want to kill Donu this turn, but I'm not sure if I'll have enough energy to do so. Okay, let's go ahead and Sash Whip here. I'm a little bit nervous about this, but okay, Flurry of Blows, we can just Vault here instead of doing anything fancy. Okay, we get the Inner Peace, but we don't quite get the draw, which is a bit unfortunate. Can Empty Body for some block. Can Wish for some block as well. So I'm not sure if we want to end in Calm, or if we want to empty the Calm in order to play the Wish. I think it might be emptying the Calm to play the Wish is the play. So we'll play that. We'll Empty Body. Gain enough to play these other cards. So I think we're going to gain the Plated Armor just because this is a really tough fight. We'll waste one Talk to the Hand. Unfortunately, this is the upgraded one, which we really don't want to play here, but it's fine. We could have saved it, but it will enable later Talk to the Hand, so it's probably fine. We're going to take a little bit of damage here, but not a ton of damage. Eternal Feather will heal us up when we get to the rest site. Ink again is ready to draw, which we should be watching for, of course. We'll start with a Vigilance, I think. Flurry of Bows. Actually, so the thing we should do here is not play the Flurry of Bows, because... Hey, what are you doing? Benny, don't be bad, kitty. we should not play the Flurry of Blows here, because if we play the Flurry of Blows here, even though it looks like we should play it, when we shuffle our deck, we're going to shuffle the Flurry of Blows back into the draw pile before we exit our stance. So we should we should shuffle the deck first. Or can we, do you remember Third Eye, does Scry shuffle the deck? I have no idea. Does Scry shuffle the deck, guys? Let me look it up. Does Scry Slay the Spire shuffle the deck? Scry does not reshuffle your deck. Okay. So we need to draw. Okay, we're gonna play Flurry of Blows now on Donu to deal some damage. Somehow we still missed on our Wrath cards, which is super unfortunate. We can talk to the hand. We can strike and smite. And Third Eye for block and making sure that we get a draw. Let's keep the inner piece for draw. Crush Joints can also be good. Actually, Stash Whip is a little bit easier to play than Crushed Joints, so let's do it this way, I think. We'll go ahead and... I'm not sure if we should... We're already blocking in, so we should meditate, actually. We'll get the... I think Third Eye is worth taking. And Empty Mind is worth taking. I was gonna say we're gonna overdraw, but we're not gonna overdraw. I really wanted to kill him before he got another trigger of the Strength in, just because the Strength is so good for them. Inner Piece I don't think we're actually gonna use to draw here. Having these 2 comms, and these actually 3 comms as 0 mana, or 0 energy is really nice, because it makes the energy gaining of them that much better. We're gonna start by... We're gonna start by playing... So I'm trying to think how we can get our Flurry of Blows out of here without shuffling quite yet. So I think we should... Oh, we're not going to get our Third Eye, or we're not going to get our Flurry of Blows back if we play that right away, because we have too many cards in hand. We can start with the Third Eye, but not Scry, I guess, is the play. Or we could go ahead and talk to the hand first, but I don't really want to talk to the hand on him. I'd rather set up the talk to the hand on him. Oh, these are all upgraded, so we didn't waste our upgraded one. I think we'll just Third Eye first. We don't want to... Well, maybe we want to discard this. That should be fine, actually. And then we will... Oh. we did not want to do that. Okay, well, whatever. It's fine. We can probably draw the... We'll probably draw the Flurry of Blows anyway, eventually. I wanted to get the Flurry of Blows into our hand, but alas. Alas, it was not meant to be. I'm gonna go ahead and... How much damage will this do on him? So that's 9 times 4, which is not quite 39, but doubled up, it would be lethal for sure. So let's start with the Eruption here. We can draw some cards. We are going to spend this because we're going to get it back. Are we? Are we going to get it back? No, we're not going to get it back, so we should not play that until later on, when we're already in Yeah, we can get another strength, and then it'll be 10 times 4, which will be lethal on him. So we need to play 2 attacks before then. Let's play the Sash Whip, then the double talk on him. Then we can Inner Peace and Tantrum on him with 40 damage instead of, what would that be, 36 damage. So then we can we can Flurry of Blows, gain some block, which we don't even need. We can go ahead and Carve Reality and Smite and just kill him, because why would we do anything else, really? I mean, it would have been nice not to trigger our Ink Bottle right there, but yeah, we did it anyway. That's a pretty good score already. Okay. I don't think we're gonna smith because our goal is to get to Apotheosis, which will... Although we could smith Apotheosis to be 1 energy. We do have, like, loads of energy, though, so I think we should probably just lift. Just to start with 3 strength. I think that's sort of the optimal way to do this. Another Inner Peace wouldn't be bad for sure. I think that's the best one. We can take that and one of these potions as well. 12 block would be pretty decent to take. Power card, I'm not sure about power card. I think the 12 block is sort of what we want instead. Halt isn't a bad card either, but I think we just want the block when we need it, sort of thing. So we're gonna go ahead and rush down. Flurry of Blows. I don't really want to waste Talk of the Hand on the artifact, but also I don't really want to waste Crushed Joints on the artifact either. No, Crushed Joints is better to waste on the artifact for sure, so we'll go ahead and... We don't need that energy though. It's fine. We'll just go ahead and Crushed Joints here. And then Talk. And then Meditate. He's dealing 2 damage to us, but it should be fine. We'll take the Crushed Joints back because, like, the Flurry Blows doesn't really matter. We can get rid of this artifact, maybe, with the Crushed Joints. If anything, it's 2 block, really. So that's quite a bit of damage, unfortunately. We have the Rushdown up, which means that the non-existent Wrath in my hand will draw us cards. We can draw cards with Inner Peace, though, which is good. We can go ahead and Apotheosis first. We have the Miracles to gain us some energy. That means Inner Peace will draw us 4 cards instead, but the Miracles get upgraded as well, which is pretty cool. We'll probably just use all this energy right now, so might as well go ahead and do this. We get an extra card with the Ink Bottle as well. Let's see here. Maybe we should Crush Joints. So how many cards do we have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So if we use this, we're gonna draw 2 cards and then also get the Flurry. So that's 7. Or sorry, this is 7 cards in hand, and then I'll draw 3. So that should be perfect. Yeah, it is perfect. We're gonna double talk before we play the Flurry. Oh, sorry. The surround thing, it deals 50% more damage when we're being attacked from behind. So this is the only fight where there's sides, I guess. This would be a cool mechanic to see more fleshed out in the actual game, rather than just this one fight. I guess it's kind of a special thing for this one fight, but it would be cool to see in other areas for sure. We'll save the madness for something else. Go ahead and kill this guy, I think. Draw Tranquility, not too bad. I think we will... Don't really want to spend the madness on the empty body or the vigilance. I think we'll go ahead and Tranquility. We could have played the Smite first, actually, to scroll one more card, but it might be worth it still to play the Smite. Oh, we got a card back anyway, but should be fine, I think. Go ahead and scroll here. Actually, empty body we probably should have played before anyway. Whoopsie. It's fine. I think we should be fine to finish this dude here. We don't need to apply the weak. It doesn't really matter. We're gonna go ahead and go into Calm, deal some damage, and then Tantrum for the cards and the thingy and the energy, of course. Then we have enough energy to wish for I was gonna say gold, but it doesn't really matter. I guess we'll take gold anyway, just to be rude. And then go ahead and finish the... Of course we trigger Ink Bottle right away. We have this curse thing, which we don't even need. Essence of Steel is probably gonna be better than Flex Potion, to be honest. Flex Potion, like, could be good, but... we can only do so much damage to the heart in one turn. That's my argument, really. I would just skip those aren't good. So we'll start with the Essence of Steel. Unfortunately, we don't have a artifact to deal with his attack, his negative effects on me. But we'll just have to deal with it, I guess. We have a Rushdown and a Crescendo, which is awesome. Go ahead and... What was that noise, Clark? I think we'll go ahead and Sash Whip here, maybe? It's probably... Or we should Crescendo first, probably, actually. Crushed Joints, obviously, great here. Go ahead and Flurry of Blows and Sash Whip for the extra damage. We will take the Tranquility. We'll let the Madness go. We'll probably end up meditating it back, maybe. So this is a bit unfortunate with, like, we want to obviously draw some things, and he just shuffled a bunch of curses into our deck. Well, not curses, but terrible things into our deck, which is not cool, man. Could always Vault here. Talk to the Hand, Strike, Double Miracle, Vault could be useful, but I think maybe just vaulting here, and then looking for the Apotheosis or some other things. And I think we also get to get rid of one of these vulnerable and weakened charges. So let's go ahead and do that, I think. It's so funny how the heart does this vulnerable thing, but then does 2 damage times 15 next, which isn't even affected by the... or sorry, it does... I can't remember if it does 1 damage if you're not vulnerable. I can't remember. But it's kind of funny how it does that. I don't think... Maybe Talk to the Hand is worth doing. That's a bit unfortunate that we draw Vigilance there, honestly. So let's double Talk and Eruption. Talk is very good on the heart because whenever you play a card, the heart deals 1 damage to you. This is a bit unfortunate draw here. Would have certainly liked to see a different set of cards there. We do have, well, we don't have 3 cards to play because of the meditate ending our turn, but I was gonna say we could have triggered the ink bottle. We definitely don't want to play the miracle because we don't want to trigger the ink bottle at the end of our turn and not actually draw the thing. Of course we're gonna go into calm here with meditate. I'm just thinking about what to, I guess we can just play it, what to bring back here. I guess we can meditate the madness like we were saying. Probably worth doing. We're gonna take a little tiny bit of damage here, but it should be fine. Unfortunately, our plated armor goes down by 2. Okay, this is an interesting hand for sure. Apotheosis kills here. Let's go ahead and play that. I'm okay with Madness on pretty much anything except for Talk to the Hand. So let's just play it. Of course it's on Talk to the Hand. Of course it is. Let's play Tantrum. Or maybe Talk to the Hand before Tantrum, actually. So I'm okay with it on Talk to the Hand, actually. It's not ideal, but it's not bad either. $135 damage. That's a bit of damage. We're gonna go ahead and scry here, just to see what's coming up. Okay, we'll keep the madness for sure. Empty Mind seems good. Get rid of the slimed. We might want to get rid of the scroll, actually. It might be fine, actually. We have quite a bit of energy in this hand. Well, potential energy with the Empty Mind and the Tantrum, at least. And the Empty Body. So let's go ahead and... Tranquility. Flurry of Blows. I'm going to spend the Miracle, actually. And we're going to draw some here. We can Madness. Any of these are a decent Madness target. Empty Mind, not bad either, for sure. We would kind of like to... Yeah, let's get the... Let's go ahead and get the Flurry of Blows back before we draw the last of our discard. Or before we shuffle our deck, is what I'm saying. We will go ahead and use the other Tranquility, because I feel like we're doing pretty well this turn. We're not going to kill him because he can only lose 239 more HP this turn, but we will deal quite a bit of damage here. So we'll play the Flurry now that we have our shuffled deck. And we'll go ahead and Tantrum, I want to say, but I really don't want these in my hand, honestly. I think we're gonna Vigilance Tantrum. Oh, can't see the intent. Let's make this. Yeah, we'll just do that for now. Sorry about that. Thanks for mentioning it. Okay, what did we even do? We did a Vigilance, which got us back to Flurry of Blows. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand. So this will draw 5 cards. 4 with the Rushdown and 1 from the Flurry of Blows. So maybe we should double up on this first. No, it's fine. We'll just go ahead and do this. Draw some cards, get some plate, some armor. I would like to Crush Joints here. But we can just Inner Peace and Crush Joints. It's not a bad move, for sure. Yeah, might as well do this first. I mean, if we do the other thing first, we can't fight Crush Joints and get the vulnerable, so... Yeah, we definitely should do that first. Play Third Eye. Get rid of that. Probably get rid of this too, honestly. Because we can't play it without ending our turn. We'll keep all these because they're decent cards. We're gonna make sure that we get him all the way down to his absolute minimum here. And hopefully apply enough vulnerable and weak with Sash Whip and Crush Joints that we never need to do it again. It was like having Dome Relic, but just for chat, yeah. Let's go ahead and Carve Reality, Smite, Strike, Inner Peace, and... Oh, we're out of... we're out of stuff. Well, we can still go ahead and look for the Meditate. And we can equip Wish with, why don't we get 4 Strength here, actually? And then, I guess that's all of our energy, so we'll just end our turn. Next turn should be even better. And we can end in Wrath because he's not dealing enough damage that it matters anyway. So we're gonna go ahead and Flurry here. Oh, we don't have the draw. We can't actually draw here, which is pretty hilarious, to be honest. We'll go ahead and Slime away. We'll Carve Reality to get this Smite in our hand, and then Inner Peace to do that. We can deal some damage here, and then I guess end our turn. We can probably kill him next turn, so it's fine that we can't draw. That was a bit funny that we were like, oh, we'll be fine, and then we couldn't draw at all. Okay, here we can definitely draw for sure, so we'll get the Sash Whip up. He clears the debuffs he has, but we can always put those back on there. Should we Sash Whip, or should we go ahead and enter... We can Empty Mind so that we can get some extra damage from Wrath. Maybe we should do something else first. Let's Inner Peace first so that we can draw more cards, do all that fun stuff. Sash Whip, let's go. Smite might as well. Tantrum has been the best card in our deck, so we'll end the game with that. Oh, or Talk to the Hand. Either one. Tantrum is a really good card, though, for sure. We could have thought about using the Strength Booster or the Block Potion there. We took a little bit of damage, so we probably could have used the Block Potion, but... yeah, we didn't need it, so... How much did we do? 2020. It's a code. It means that there's a pandemic coming in 2020, I think. GG. What do we have here? We have Mystery Machine traveled to 5th. Really? 15 plus question mark rooms. Wow. That is a lot of question mark rooms. More than 5. That's like 5 per act. Combo. Play 20 cards in a single turn. We definitely did that more than once. We defeated... I think we defeated... Did we really only defeat 1 boss without taking damage? I thought we defeated more than 1. We defeated 5 elites without taking damage. 4 copies of any non-starter card. What do we have? 4 copies of Talk to the Hand, was it? Why can't I check my deck? Can't look at my deck, okay. Oh, I think it was Talk to the Hand. GG, guys. GG. So we got to Ascension 10 with the Watcher. We're still at Ascension 9 on all these guys. Oh, whoopsie. But, yeah, that was fun. I'm probably not going to play this, but let's just see what it is. Maybe we'll play it later if I'm feeling like it. Draft a custom deck starting cards deck. That's pretty interesting. Colorless cards now appear in rewards. That's pretty interesting too. Resting at rest sites heals you 100%, but costs 5 max AP. That's super. That's an interesting one for sure. GG everyone. It's a fun stream. I think. Yeah, like 3 hours, 3-hour stream. So I think I'm done. Unfortunately, I would love to play more, but I have to get to work on my thesis. But hopefully I can see you guys next time. And yeah, like and subscribe, all that jazz. Have a good one. Take care.